In this tutorial, we're going to take a look at how to use the AutoSum function. So to use the AutoSum function, what I'm going to do is begin entering some data, numerical data, in this column B. So I'm going to click inside of cell B2, and I'm just going to type a number, and I'm just making this number up. Then I'm going to press enter to go down to the next cell, and again I'm just entering some numerical data, and I'm just making this up as I go. So now that I have a line, a series of numerical pieces of data, I can now use Excel to sum those together. So in order to use the AutoSum function, notice I'm on my Home tab, and all the way to the right I have a grouping called Editing, and this button here is for AutoSum. And what AutoSum is basically just a function that allows you to sum a series of numbers. So Excel knows which numbers you would like to add together by your selection. So what I mean by that is if I click inside of cell B2 and just left click and drag all the way down to cell B5, I now have selected all of this numerical data. So now if I press the AutoSum button, it will sum that together for me. So that's what AutoSum is. Let's take a look at what the actual formula is. So if you notice, if I click here inside of cell B6, this is where Excel dropped the answer, the solution to these numbers being totaled together. So the total is 2600, which is right here. So if we take a closer look at this formula, notice that it says equals sum, and then in parentheses it has B2 with a colon and B5. And what this formula is saying is it's saying take all of the numerical data that exist in any of these cells and add it together. So we can use this feature to do that automatically for us. I'm going to press my delete key to delete that formula out because I want to show you we can actually type that in as well. So if I press the equal sign, I can type in sum, and notice that Excel brings up this formula menu, and this is just basically all the formulas in Excel's library that start with the phrase sum. And I'm going to type a parenthesis. Notice now it's giving me a tip here. It's telling me number 1, number 2, and so forth. So it's just telling me enter in all of the cells that you would like to add together. So I can either click on them or type them in. So I'm going to type them in. So I know that I want to add B2 plus B3 plus B4 plus B5. So the first cell in that series is B2, so I'm just going to type in B2. It's not case sensitive. And when we're summing a range of numbers, it's very important to use the colon. So I'm going to type in the colon. And the last number, or the last cell, is B5. So I'm just going to type in B5, and then I'm going to type in my closing parenthesis. And if I press enter, notice I get the same result, 2600. So because it's so common to add numbers together, Excel has just given us a tool called AutoSum that lets us do that automatically with just a click of a button instead of actually having to type that formula in. So I'm going to press the delete key one more time. I'm going to select this group of numbers again, and I'm just going to press the AutoSum button. So notice that when I click on that, we get the same thing that we just typed in exactly. So we can either use our AutoSum, which I highly recommend because it's the easiest and fastest way to do it, or you can type the formula in manually if you choose. So that's how we would use the AutoSum feature. We would just select the cell, the range of cells that we would like total, and click the AutoSum button. So please join me for future tutorials. Thank you.